Good afternoon, everyone. So it's Monday, May the 25th, and temperature's well over 30 degrees, so a bit too warm to be going for a ride on the bike. So I just had a ride out, and as you can see, we're by the river, and this is the River Severn again. And we're actually at a place called Severn Park in Bridgnorth, which is, as you can see, quite a busy car park. Ice cream van there, and a lot of people here today. So we're going to have a walk along the river and explore Bridgnorth, which is an historic market town here in Shropshire. And the town's actually in two parts. You've got Low Town we're in at the moment, and then if we look across the bank you can see the houses sloping up the hill, and that's taking us up towards High Town. So we'll have a walk along in a second. Now, the houses that you can see on the far bank were actually built around about 45 years ago by Bowie's Homes, and they were new riverside properties at the time, very expensive, but as you can see they're now weathering into the landscape very well. And the building in front of us is home to Bridgnorth Rowing Club. As you can see, there's a trailer there that the boats are usually on to be transported. Unlike other areas of River Severn, Stourport, etc., you just can't pitch up and launch your boat in Bridgnorth. You have to get permission off the town council. The houses in front of us have got a lovely riverside view, but I'm not sure it's like in the middle of winter when we've had storms and a lot of rain up in the foothills of Wales. Do they have problems with flooding or not? Not sure, because the houses are there and the river is there. So yeah, lovely in the summer, but probably a bit interesting in the winter. In front of us we've got the main bridge in Bridgnorth, which links the two parts of Low Town, and we're going to be venturing up there in a second, then crossing across the bridge to go out of the river to take us to the other side of Low Town. So there are plenty of places to eat and drink in Bridgnorth, and if it's a lovely sunny afternoon like it is today, then perhaps the boatyard is the place to be by the side of the river on the terrace. We're on the middle of the bridge now, and this is the view that you get on the top of the bridge. It does say no fishing off bridge and no diving. I certainly wouldn't suggest diving, because if you look, you can see there are actually people in the middle of the river, and it's only just over ankle deep. So yeah, definitely not a good idea to try diving off the bridge. Now, this building in front of us has had this sign writing on it for as long as I can remember, and whether they're still going I'm not sure, but a bit further down on the wall, which is now overgrown, there is actually a gauge which shows you the high points of the river when the river's been in flood. But as I say, you can't see that at the moment because it's overgrown. So that's the cliff railway that we've just travelled up. So saved us climbing up the steep steps on a very warm afternoon. So we're now in Hightown, just on the walk which will take us past the castle walls. Not sure if that's a pub singer we can hear in the background or just somebody in the garden singing. So as you can see by these walls, they have some age in them, and they've actually got bars and caps on to stop them collapsing. I presume the doorways take you into somebody's property. As you can see how much higher we are now. Looking down at the river on a glorious afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. We've just climbed up from the walkway a few steps, and we're now actually in the grounds of the St Mary Magdalene Church here in Bridgnorth, which is quite an impressive building. Not sure if those windows, which are now plain windows, used to be stained glass years ago. I'm sure they might have been. So the large structure you can see in front of us is all that remains of Bridgnorth Castle, which is now leaning at quite an alarming angle. So just walking past the remains of the castle into the castle grounds, which are very well maintained gardens. I'll try and put a bit of history up about the castle for you to have a look at. A few people taking the sun. You can hear a plane in the distance, probably from Halfpenny Green Airport. So we're in the main part of Hightown now. As you can see, it's extremely quiet. Not many people about. So we're in the main part of Hightown now. As you can see, a lot of the shops are shut, being a bank holiday Monday, but I think it's mainly because people are taking shelter because the heat now is radiating off the tarmac and the footpaths. It's well over 32 degrees now. So yeah, I think everybody's taking shade. So I think we're going to head back towards the railway and make our way back down to Lower Town. So we're back in Lower Town now, and just come across this interesting milepost which is marking the Mercian Way. Chester 82 miles to the left and Bewdley 19 to the right. All the times I've been coming to Bridgnorth, I've never noticed this before. So we'll make our way back over the bridge. Some seagulls in the middle of the river, cooling down, which I don't blame them because it is very, very warm. But we shouldn't complain. Glorious weather on a bank holiday, which makes a change. and I read on the news while I was having a cool drink up in Hightown that it's the hottest day in May on record, and also a record for the hottest bank holiday ever, which yeah, just goes to show how warm it is. It's warmer here than it is in many parts of the Mediterranean. Alright then folks, we're back alongside the River Severn, walking along the bank back towards Severn Park, and I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at Bridgnorth. So if you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. For notification of upcoming videos, hit the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. It does help give me the incentive to make more videos, and it does help the channel grow. Hopefully later in the week I'll be back out on the bike once the weather's cooled down. So until then folks, I'll say goodbye. Watch, here you go.